Hello, and welcome your faces back to Shiny Day Hunting. Shiny Hunting Day 2? Shiny Hunting Day. Oh god, great start. As the title says, we are going to be catching shinies, and we tried this yesterday. We were doing the correct methods. What we were doing yesterday, I'll show you right now. We were travelling to Zone 8. Spawning in. 1 second. Turn the volume down on the television. So we were spawning into Zone 8. Seeing if we could hear any noises. Going through, doing the same routine every time. Running across, checking the number, see if it had a blue spot on its back. Seeing if Drillbur had any different colours. Crocorock. Machamp was a green. Then we were running over here. Checking this one. And then rinse and repeating constantly. So I was right by doing so, but at the same time, after I rewatched the video, I learned we just spawn here for 30 minutes straight to see, hopefully we'll get some shinies going. So I guess we'll just continue doing that. So it's going to be a fun stream. It's going to be a bit repetitive. Hopefully you guys like the new layout. I spent a little bit of time with an idea of trying to put it together. It's alright. It's a little bit chunky on the left hand side. I think chat will be up there. Just let me test. I don't know how big the chat is going to be. Hopefully it pops up on the left hand side. There'll be a little bit latency from me typing. So unsteady. I'm hoping it goes on the left hand side. Did I break it? Oh, wait, is that it there? It was just too small to see. You see it there? It's moving over. It's going to get bigger. Ready? We'll leave it there for the time being. Hopefully that's big enough. Can't really make out what I've said. So probably not big enough. Maybe now you'll be able to see what I've typed? No? Okay. We'll have a bit of technical difficulties to start with. That's how we do things. Hopefully there is now good. Hopefully. So we're just going to constantly be going between Wild Zone 8 and Wild Zone 8. As you can see on the little border we've created, we've got the shinies. I didn't bother adding Sandile. 7 looked really messy compared to 6. So that's my rationale. Why we've got 6 instead of 7. But at the same time, if we can get Crocorock, we will just skip past having the Sandile. So it's all good. Hi Angel, how you doing? Please say it's Angel. I'm not very good with words. Well, names, shall I say. And this is it, rinse and repeat. So hopefully within 25 minutes time, we can at least get some shinies checked off. Checked off. What we'll do as well, we will put a box available, free box. So we'll go box 7. And hopefully we'll not lose any shinies we do get. It's going to be a fun day. Hopefully we can get some shinies. Like I say, from yesterday's stream, the most one I would like would be between Crocorock and Machop. I wouldn't mind a Nummel or a Nummel. The least one I'd like would be Drillbur, which I've got a funny feeling might be the first one we'll get. But we'll have to wait and see. And I was hoping for both chats to be combined onto the screen, but it just looks like it's the Twitch chat. So sorry, Angel, your name's not going to be on the chat, but I'll have to have a little think of why I haven't got both of them on. It might just be a point of copying each source on and having them together. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, this is what we're going to be doing for the next half an hour. And hopefully our efforts pay off. Because apparently within the 50-meter radius, Pokemon will spawn instantly. And if it spawns as a shiny, when you continue to do the fast traveling, it will not despawn. Which is great. I don't know if we just keep doing this for 30 minutes as a certain time frame and then go have a look. Or do we just keep doing this until we hear this said little sparkly, sprinkly noise? Like I say, I don't know if you can hear a sparkly, sprinkle noise, but I'm sure it'll be okay. And we've got no macros or anything helping work today. It's just our poor decrepit fingers, and I'm sure they're going to be absolutely fine by the end of it. So I've also added on, as you can see on the bottom right of the overlay, there's a Dratini. That is going to be our big chase, because we've currently got a Dragonair on the team, and hopefully we can get it to a Dragonite. But at the same time, if we were to get a shiny Dratini and then into a Dragonair and then into a shiny Dragonite, I think that would just be pretty cool. Plus, I don't want to go through the game too quickly. I'm really enjoying myself. I like to take my time with every game I play, get as much fun and enjoyment out of each game. So this just helps break it up. I know we're only rank A, we're not flying through the campaign as fast as some people can. What was that? But it's nearly daytime. So hopefully the audio's alright. Because I've just rambled for say a few minutes there, and if no one heard, it's a great start. So just keep rinsing and repeating, and I believe this method works with any fast travel points. So it could be any of the wild zones, a park bench, maybe it would work on a Pokemon Center, because it's giving fast travel. As long as you get a bit of a loading screen in between, you are good to go. So that is what today's stream / video, if you're watching this later on YouTube, will be about. Just rinse and repeat, and hopefully trying to not be insane, and hopefully the same method will pay off. Because we spent a good hour and a half yesterday doing the same method, but what we were doing is every time we were fast traveling, we were going into the Wild Zone 8 and checking on every single one of the Pokemon we were after, just to see if there was any difference or colours changes on them. But apparently you don't need to do that. You just need to do it for a set period of time. Go back, have a look. I believe it caps at 10 mega. Oh, you don't want. Well, that would be nice if there was mega evolution evolved Pokemon, but it caps at 10 shiny Pokemon. That would be awesome. Like if we were to do this for 30 minutes straight, go in and be able to get a shiny Crocorock, Machop, Gibble. It'd be very cool, but the only one I wouldn't like, which I'm probably going to end up jinxing myself, and probably most likely going to end up with it, would be the Drillbur. Cool Pokemon. I don't fancy it in my team. And that's another thing we need to sort out. We need to sort out what we want in our current team. We need a good range of mixed match Pokemon. We'll cover quite a few types. So hopefully we can have a little think to that. I don't know if that'll be on today's stream, because like I say, we're going to spend as much time as we can shiny hunting today, doing the odd side quest. I believe we've got one side quest to follow up on, and then we now have enough challenger points to be able to go get a promotion match, which is against the Canary. So not too bad. Going strong. I maybe could have added a timer onto the overlay somewhere, just to show you 30 minutes like each time, but I can just keep you up to date for that. It's not a problem. As well as, I wouldn't mind, I would have to then get an image to put on top, but if we say we got lucky and we got one of the 6 shinies we're after, I could put like a red line through it just to let you know that this one's been completed. We still have the 6 original team from yesterday. Just in case yesterday we found one, we weren't too sure, we could get one out and do the comparison. But after a little bit of research last night, you definitely get the shiny sparkle noise, and when you go towards them, they've got a bit of like glitter going around. They're very glamorous. So hopefully with them visual effects, we shouldn't miss out on them. Hopefully being the key word. So just rinsing, repeating. Find out a lot of information about the game. I'm hoping we can get a shiny cry before the 30-minute mark, but that might be asking too much. Plus, knowing our luck, it couldn't be within the Wild Zone 8. It could be 50 meters from our spawn point. So that could be in an alleyway. It could be on one of the rooftops. We'll just have to have a good little investigation when we come to the end of our timer. And there's not going to be much gameplay, as in constant reset and going to Wild Zone 8. So I'm going to try carry the fort with a lot of waffling. I hope you don't mind. If you do mind, I am sorry. Maybe check back in 30 minutes time. What would be cool though if we were to get an alpha shiny, because then alpha bigger and better essentially, gets 3 perfect IVs I believe, and it's a shiny. That just sounds like it ticks all the boxes. Okay, constantly going. I also try to put my face cam into a Pokeball. As you can see, it's a bit bodged. It's not the best, but I did try my hardest. I thought it would have been cool, like myself coming out of a Pokeball, like someone's chose me. I'm not from an adoption house, which is completely fine if you are. I'm sure you've been adopted because someone loves you. I've just dug myself a hole. I'm sorry. Come on. I don't know why I keep saying come on forward. It's not like the game is going to listen to us. We spent all of yesterday trying to reverse psychology the game by saying we didn't want this one, we didn't want that, we weren't bothered if we weren't to get one. But no. I think the coolest shinies we've got on our list today are Machop, being the green instead of a grey colour is cool. Dratini's definitely cool. Instead of being the blue, they are pink, which is very cool. Crocorock's alright. He's just got like, I think it's the yellow and blue stomach, which you can tell the difference from. Numel has a blue spot on his back instead of green. Gibble is a nicer colour blue instead of the grey dark blue. And Drillbur, I think he's just got different colour stripes going across him, so I think the pink instead of blue. I could be wrong. And we've not got Sandile on here, just because we could only, we could have got 7 on the overlay, but it didn't look as good as what six of them do on the overlay. Plus, if we were to get Crocker Rock, which was a shiny, you would skip over the Sandile anyways. Oh, I accidentally put a marker down. Okay. So I've been going for 16 minutes now, I believe. Maybe 14 of them have been going so far on. Maybe a little bit less than 14. We'll go with 10 just to play it safe. Of constantly spawning to Wild Zone 8. So not too good. Not too bad. We'll have plenty of time to speak to anyone who jumps in chat today, as this is just quite easily to just switch over, give something else my focus, and then go back, in comparison to running around, checking on them personally, or being in the midst of a battle. Let me just double check something. And we'll go boom. Boom, 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 boom. 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 New day is dawning. Did that say? I think it said. I imagine we will go through a fair amount of day and night cycles doing this. But at the same time, I don't know how long the day and night time cycle lasts for. Because could it be 30 minutes each way? And then we would only last through essentially one cycle. And 30 minutes isn't the guaranteed number. That's just the time frame I've put on it. So hopefully is more than enough for us to constantly refresh the game and hope we get a shiny. Just how cool would it be to continue with the storyline, having at least 3 out of your 6 party Pokemon being shiny, or even better yet, an alpha shiny. So I'll be happy with anyone from here, minus Drillbur. No hate on Drillbur, just maybe a little bit of hate on Drillbur, but just not fancying him on my team. But Dratini is a must, an absolute must. So even if we only get 1 from here and it's a 1 we're happy with, we'll go straight to Dratini. Or do we try... I got a bit sidetracked when I heard the little cry noise there. Or do we try to get at least Crocker Rock matchup in Numel? So at least get 3 out of the 6 offered here. But no, in our luck, we'll get 3 Drillburs. Which would be cool. It'd be the first shiny we've caught on this game. Comparison to when you do this side mission and you get the Mareep literally gifted to you. But we do have Mareep fully evolved into an Amphos. I call them Amp. AMP. Yeah, Canary wouldn't know what hit her if we came towards her in a promotion battle, and boom, shiny Pokemon, boom, shiny Pokemon, boom, shiny Pokemon. Be pretty cool. Okay, I keep putting the pin there and it keeps making a different noise I'm not used to. Hopefully it doesn't start raining like it did yesterday. That just was very hard to be able to even try hear out for any other Pokemon noises. It's not like we could have turned down the sound effect because the Pokemon we use have the sound effect, so it wouldn't have worked very well. But yeah, we got this slow and steady. We will hopefully get. I'm like I say, I'm happy with anything minus Drillbur, and I know I keep hating on Drillbur, but I just don't fancy a Drillbur. I wouldn't mind Numel or Numel due to the fact of we've already got Delphox evolved now, so we could work on to the Numel, getting them into Camerupt, and then I know that one has a Mega Evolution, and we've already got the Bracelet or Charm Ball. We've already got the part to help them Mega Evolved, so that could be cool. I know a lot of people chose... No, it's switching cycles. I know a lot of people chose Charizard. Well, sorry, Charmander as your Kanto starter. Which is fair enough, because you can then get the Mega Evolved X or Y, whichever one was available for you to buy at the shop. But for some strange reason, we chose Bulbasaur. And you can't buy one for Bulbasaur. He will automatically, or they will automatically unlock it at level 51. So we made a little bit of a boo-boo, a little bit of an error on that point, which is fine. So we're leading to get a decent fire starter. Well, they're gonna start fires, but we need to get a decent fire type Pokemon on our team. Well, preferably one with a nice, decent coverage type, so it was maybe a dual type, not just fire alone. I'm not too sure what Camerupt is. Hopefully, he might be fire and ground. He might be. If that's the case, that covers it. I wouldn't mind a Lucario on my team, and we did do the side quest, which we got the Riolu, and then we give it good happiness, boosted it up. But then it still had the name Riolu Louis, whatever the name was, and if anything, I like to be able to choose my Pokemon's name. Plus, when you go onto the summary of it, I'm not the first owner, and I didn't like that. I didn't want no second-hand Pokemon. Nothing wrong with second-hand Pokemon. I want all my Pokemon to be caught by myself. It's not like I wouldn't love them equally. Okay, how long have we been going for? 24 minutes. Do we say almost 20 minutes now we've been doing this, so another 10 plus. And hopefully there's something at the end of the tunnel for us. And I swear to Mother Jesus, even though Jesus' mother is not Jesus, and you know what I mean. That we do not, we're like Drillbur. We do not. I'm going to finish the game with 6 party members of Drillburs, aren't I? Good coverage? No. You can class me as a gym leader. Just come over. What was it, like water gun or something, and destroy my whole team? Just surf. Everyone just gets sunk. Come on. Wrong button. Oh, Gibble can still evolve. That's nice. But hopefully we can get a shiny Gibble into a Garchomp eventually. That would be very cool. Be very cool if we were in the motion of spawning into Wild Zone 8. We could visually see a shiny. But I don't know. Part of me wants to check now, but the other part of me just wants to continue the course of we would do it every 30 minutes. A phenomenon. There's hopefully going to be one today when we catch our first shiny of Legends DNA. Or Legends ZA. It'd be a lot quicker if every time I open the map, like crosshair was already over zone 8, but I understand we are spawning just outside of it, so that's why it's... I know it's only a little flick to the left on the analog, I'm just being very lazy and pedantic, but... Hey, small quality of life features. Hopefully they don't patch this. And I can imagine if you get to level 50 in the game and you do unlock the shiny... what is it even called? Mabel? Mabel? Yeah, that's great. 10 of them is great. Is this just called a shiny charm? It is called a shiny charm. So hopefully, once we get that and we continue to get some more shinies, we should have a lot better luck. Hopefully, anyways. But I'd imagine you're going to be well through the campaign, or like so essentially the main story mode of the game. I don't know who's the bad guys. Is there even a bad organization in this? Because usually you've got like Team Rocket, Magma, Team Galactic as such, and they're the bad people. Which is always nice because they're after a certain legendary. You have a little bit of a tuffle. You go into the base, you find a Master Ball, you go fight them at the legendary, you capture said legendary, and it's all great. And then you go do the Elite Four, and you're having a wonderful time because you've got a lovely legendary on your team. This one is a bit, it's stacked a little bit differently. Like, you're all in a city. Don't get us wrong, the city's big, city's beautiful. It's got a lot of interactive things to do within the city. But at the same time, I still miss going between towns, seeing the different artworks on the towns, the different themes. I enjoy the travelling to and from said towns, catching certain Pokemon on certain routes. I still like the fact that you could use certain TMs, so you could fly, you could surf. I know that's hasn't been a thing for a while now. But I still enjoyed that. It was good. And of course, gyms. Gyms were always awesome to do. But instead of gyms, this one's trying to teach you the alphabet. However, you go from X to F in a blink of an eye. So maybe we learned it wrong, or they did. Okay, what we're getting so by the time I was hitting 30, but we didn't start straight away, so we'll do this another 5 minutes. We'll do this till 35. In hopes this works. I know it's a lot quicker compared to other games. I haven't. Well, the other ones you got help with boosting you, so you could eat a certain type of sandwich in certain wild zones, and certain outbreaks would help you for a certain type of Pokemon. This one's just nope. Fast travel at the same location for the next 5 years, and you will see something. And by something, you might see some depression, some some anxiety, some insomnia. It's all fun though, isn't it? And the video for tonight on the YouTube will not be a Pokemon video. That will be kept for Saturday and Sunday. So you'll be getting 2 bonus videos on the weekend. You'll get Saturdays and Sundays about 12 PM, so midday. You'll get them uploaded. So the one for this evening will be City Skylines 1 Part 2. We did that one a couple of weeks ago, but then Pokemon came out and we've been attached to Pokemon since. Or say about a week ago, so it's well overdue. And then on Monday's video will be Water Park Simulator episode 11. I believe we've neglected that one for a little bit of time. So that's the upcoming schedule of said videos for the YouTube. But don't worry, every single stream we do on YouTube gets taken back, gets re-edited and uploaded as a video for your faces, just in case you don't catch the live stream. And some people aren't aware that when you click onto a profile, you just see videos. People just go through the videos and don't click the live stream tab. So that's why I've put them on as videos as well. But you can go through the live stream video to watch, or you can go from the video itself to watch. Yeah. A lot of words. Okay, we've got 3 more minutes, and then we will go and hopefully find our first shiny of the day. Or should I say first shiny of the game? Minus Mareep. That was a handy down. It was a freebie. I was half expecting the lady what saw one wanted to capture it, but she was just over the moon that she wasn't. Okay, come on. I've not heard any cries, but that's not to say that as we walk up to one, we hear this said sparkly. We'll know when we hear it. That's what I'm going to say. I hope anyways. Not too long, and then we will be going to have a look at our first shiny, which is not Mareep, and hopefully not Drillbur. Hopefully not. If it is Drillbur, we need some recommendations on what we can name said Pokemon. I wonder what. It's too much to name said Pokemon unloved, unwanted, the mistake. If it's a girl, we'll call it Missy the Mistake. If it's a boy, we'll call him Mr. Mistake, because that's so original. Hopefully that we get one within the wild zone. And there's not a Pidgey on my right hand side. I'd be happy to get a Pidgey, don't get us wrong. But I've got it set in my brain that I'm going to be able to get one of the 5 in the wild zone, because we do not want Drillbur. Kill free time by sitting on benches, or you can kill free time from going to wild zone 8 55,000 times a day. But that's not going to put that in the bloody information point, is it? No. Right, almost there. 30 seconds to go. And then we will go and hopefully get our first shiny. You could probably do the whole transition of fast spawning at Wild Zone 8 with macros a lot quicker. But my little decrepit fingers are doing the best they can. So we have this. We'll do one more, and then we will go find out and see if this has paid off for us. Right, everyone take a breather. Take a second. We've got this. Right, let me just remove the mark off. No. 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 Is the Crocker Rock there? Is that different coloured? No, it's pink. Oh no. It was a sand dial anyways. Why you gotta be hiding in a bush? We need to see what colour you want to be. So I believe we've went through all of these, and unfortunately not a single one has the colour we're after. Right, that's not to say there's not one somewhere else within... Whoa, excuse me. So we can go 50 meters away. Any of you guys? No? Was there an earthquake there? Did everything just start shaking? What the fudge? Is anything up here? Maybe it's on the roof? And you just look standard. Not to say you don't look great. Oh my god, I need to get better at this. Okay, so there's two of the monkeys up here. Maybe outside? Good catch. We can't go too far though. I think that's going to be it, isn't it? Yeah. So, the first time doing the 30 minutes consecutive didn't seem to work. And for over here, this is going to be more than far enough, isn't it? No, of course not. We've got rid of the marker. God damn it. So we'll just stand there. We'll check the building on the left. That marker seems... might be cutting we're a bit short. Hopefully we can get on this building here and we can have a little look. But overall, first time doing so has not really paid off, which is alright. We're in this for the long haul. Kakuna? You're going to be too far away, of course you are. Surely inside. Oh, please say one of you guys can take this out. I don't think crunch is going to work. Nope. Dragon breath. Do I need a water type move? Or will Nomel get through it? Right, 1 second. I've already messed it up. Right, we'll get for Alligator, quickly put him on a team for Drillbur. That's the only time a Drillbur's ever allowed on the team. Oh, there's a... Imagine we got a... Imagine if that was with shiny. No, sorry mate, I didn't mean to disturb you. You can just go back to... I don't know mate, just... I'm so sorry. Imagine. There's definitely a way of getting up onto this building. However, I am not... not aware of how to do so. Okay. We'll just check this one more time and then we'll get, unfortunately, or fortunately, the way you want to look at it, back to the Zone 8 respawn. Nope. Okay. Right, fair enough. So within the first 30 minutes, didn't really pay off. That's fine. Crocorock, I know you would like to be on my team, but we're only taking shiny applicants right now. So I guess back to basis, and let's see if we can continue going for the next. I don't know if 30 minutes is a good point, but I just feel like every 30 minutes we'll go in, have a little look around, hopefully get lucky seeing one. It's alright if we don't. But we'll just continue to do this now until, so it's now what, 41:29. We'll do this until 1:10:1. So we'll do this until all the ones, 1:11. Okay, so the first time, not too bad. It could have been better. Could have at least saw a shiny. But we've got a better understanding of the radius where we can look for from Wild Zone 8. And I forgot what, I know it's Trubbish, the pre-evolution, but the big guy being an alpha, and if that was a shiny, that would have been pretty cool. So we've got essentially the alleyway on the right hand side, half of Wild Zone 8 to check out, the 2 potential spawns on top of the magazine, the newspaper stand, and the building on my left, which got, was it the Pampaw? One of the little elemental monkeys. So a decent range of potential Pokemon we could have, which would be shiny. Just a bit wounded that we didn't get a single one. And we'll first try. I know it's probably asking a little bit too much to be lucky straight off the belt and request a shiny within the first 30 minutes. But we did do this yesterday on yesterday's day 1 of shiny hunting. We did this for an hour and a half. We weren't doing the same method. We were going in every single time after doing the fast teleport to Wild Zone 8, going through, checking every single Pokemon ourselves, going back out, fast teleporting, traveling, and rinse and repeating. So it was a lot slower, but it also gave us the peace of mind that if we were to see one, we would have saw it ourselves there and then. With this one is to constantly spawn at Wild Zone 8 for a set period of time. The game will automatically generate each Pokemon every time you spawn in, and if it spawns in a shiny, when you then go to fast travel again, the shiny will always stay there. I don't know by always, there might be a time frame, that's why I've selected 30 minutes. And I believe there's only a certain number of shinies what can spawn. But you never know, once these 30 minutes are up for the next time, we go in, and I'll be happy with anything minus a drill, but you never know, we might get a Crocorock, a Machop, and a Gibble. Awesome. Or even a Numel, that would be cool. I'm naming every single one minus a Drillbur. I do not want a Drillbur, and it's probably going to end up being a Drillbur, which is fine. I don't mind. I do mind. I don't want a Drillbur, but it's all good. Hopefully you guys like the overlay as well. It just shows you at the bottom, like down here, this way, of what we're after, and hopefully they've got the correct colour patterns, minus Numel has not got a blue spot, it's got a green spot. That's my bad. I'll get that fixed going forth. In Crocorock, the picture I got of him being a shiny, it wasn't very well downloaded or cropped from my part, so I just went with the standard one. Hopefully that's alright, but we know it's a yellow and blue belly, and Numel has a blue spot on said back instead of green, and the rest of them are pretty much correct as the colour patterns. And you're wondering why it's a Dratini? Dratini is hopefully going to be what we can end today on. So say for example we get a couple from Wild Zone 8 which are not Drillbur, I'll be happy with that. Then we will go to the Dratini spawn from the Pokemon Center of Wild Zone 10, I believe, just on the outside of there. Go across the bridge, and across the bridge, and across the bridge, and across the bridge, because apparently the bridge from where you can cross the bridge onto the top of the rooftop and move a little bit forward, just in your sight in the corner on the bridge, on the building, you've got a Dratini spawn. So every time you come back across that bridge and back over, it resets the Dratini spawn. And we're hoping instead of seeing a blue Dratini or an alpha Dratini, we see a pink. That would be pretty cool. But that's going to be a bit more time consuming due to the fact we're only resetting one Pokemon in comparison to 6 at a time, but there's multiple in the Wild Zone 8 and whatever's in the surrounding area of the 50 yards or 50 meters. But you never know. This one might take longer compared to the Dratini. We might look out on the Dratini. It's just all going to be RNG. So hopefully we can get... I'll be happy with a couple of shinies today. I know it's probably asking a little bit too much, but I feel like we're owed a shiny from yesterday's time trying and not succeeding. But we will find out. Slow and steady. Okay, I know it's not the best content just constantly watching someone fast travel to the same wild zone, but I promise you we'll get a couple of shinies going. We'll do a little bit of Dratini shiny hunting, and we can do a little bit of the story modes. So we've got the 32,000 tickets to be able to fight Canary. So that would be pretty cool if we could rock up to fight Canary. Well, battle Canary, shall we say. We're not going to fight her. That wouldn't be very nice. But we could battle Canary as with some shiny Pokemon. And by shiny Pokemon, I do not mean Drillbur. I do not. I don't want it. I'm going to end up with it. I know I am. Oh, it'll be alright. You know what? I'm going to change my tone to Drillbur. I'll be happy with a Drillbur. I'll be very chuffed to have one. Please, no. Got this. Nice. I'm going to say nice Drillbur on the team. I'm going to have one. And I'm going to name it Unloved. Or if it's a girl, I'm going to call it Missy, for short for mistake. That's not very good names. I know it's not very nice of me, but I looked through all the said Pokemons from different wild zones, and the only other one I wouldn't mind having would be a Magikarp, because essentially when you evolve that in a Gyarados, you have a red Gyarados, and that's just awesome. I don't know if anyone else would agree. If there's any other cool ones, I don't know what Howdoon would be from the evolution. What else we got? 5. Maybe an Abra? Would that be cool? You can get a Kadabra. I don't know. I know which one. A Pancham wouldn't be too bad. Would be cool. And a Ghastly would be cool. But that's me being very picky on certain just one Pokemon out of the selection. Where Wild Zone 8, I looked at all of them. Sorry, Drillbur, again. But there was 5 out of the 6 I wouldn't mind having on my team, as you can see. 2 of them are pretty much, hopefully, they're from the same evolution, so I don't mind which one I would get, because it would turn into either one, depending on which one you got first. Gibble, awesome. Who doesn't like Garchomp when it's fully evolved? Numel would be great to go into a Camerupt, because we need a decent fire type Pokemon on our team. And Machop is like a green colour, and green's my favourite colour. And Machamp, his evolution is just forearm big steggy boy. It's awesome. But we got this. We got this. Oh, had a bit of a twitch in the arm. I think my hands are trying to tell us we've been doing this too long. We haven't. There's people what can go days, weeks, I'd imagine even months resetting. You know, when you used to have like the DS and you used to have to turn the game off, go back on, reload it up, check if you're fighting the Pokemon, because you wouldn't be able to see the icon until you got into the little screen, and oh, it's not that, then rinse and repeat. I know you could probably do it faster on emulator, which would be cool. Good for them. But no, this is our first full day, because we did yesterday, we did a little bit of side missions earlier on. So this is our first full day, essentially, shiny hunting. We're just trying to slow down the game. We don't want to progress fast enough. I know there's a few people out there which have already level 50, completed the main storyline. Great for them. I would like to take my time, really enjoy myself, because once you get through the game and you've done everything you want, you've got your shiny Pokemon you would like on your team. You unless you're going for every single shiny, or you've got a big like a commitment on something you want to do, there's not much more else you can do until they bring out a DLC, which is always like a year and a bit later. It's like I absolutely took my god awful time with Sword and Shield. I did with Scarlet and Violet. I took my time with Scarlet and Violet, where there was only a few months left until the DLC came out, which was great. I like to go through, I like to explore the cities, the towns. I like to speak to as many people want to speak to you, just in case there's any hidden Easter eggs or any free stuff they provide. I've got a friend of mine what's got the game, got the same day as myself, and he is already whizzed through a lot more than what I have, and he wants to talk about it, but at the same time we can't because it said spoilers. It's a tricky one. Wait, can I do this one-handed? Nope. already messed it up. I think my fingers are just programmed to work together, where if one of the hand leaves the equation, the other one doesn't know what to do. I can imagine that being the same principle with your feet. You know, for walking, if you were to lose one, it would take you a while to adapt, because, well, seeing that you'd get a not official one, and you'd still want to move. I'm already starting to lose my brain. It's not going well. Hopefully, if anyone else has done this method and they've had better luck, I'd be very keen to hear from you. Because I believe I've been lied to, and I've always watched streamers in the past who were doing a certain RNG challenge, if it was Pokemon or a different type of game, and they've always had streamers luck, essentially. Where, sorry for my language here, but I'm going to call bullshit. It might work for others, doesn't work for me, so favoritism. Doesn't like people wearing glasses, which is fair enough. Oh, nice. Is it 80? It's a cool name. Thank you very much for the follow. Very kind. Put the pin there and I got excited. I don't know why I'm getting excited for a pin noise, even though we know the shiny noise isn't going to beat a pin noise. What we're going to do if we spend, let's say, the next 2-3 hours doing this and we don't get any. Is anyone going to console me when I try to go to sleep at night and I can't stop crying? Will anyone buy me a box of tissues? Chocolates? That would be nice. That would make us feel better. Over the fact that I spent all my day trying to catch shiny Pokemon and they didn't want to be caught by me. But someone else comes along, spawns straight into Wild Zone 8, and everyone gets a shiny Pokemon, well, it's not a Drillbur, and everyone's over the moon, and I'm sat here and I can't even get a bloody Drillbur because I've mouthed them off all day on stream. So now do I start to apologise to a Drillbur? I think I do. Okay. Dear Drillbur family, I, Rob not Bob, am very sorry that I have mouthed you off in the past. I wasn't aware of your lovely mole hands and feet. I wasn't aware of how strong you are as a person. Is that enough? Do I need to keep going? More? Okay. You've got lovely eyes. I've got nothing else to say. Up yours, Drillbur. I don't want you on the team. Sucker. Boo. Nah, I don't want Drillbur. I'm not even going to lie to you and say I take Drillbur. I don't want a Drillbur. I would still catch it if it was a shiny for the sake of catching one. But do we then release it? No, we wouldn't. We'd keep it in the box. Keep it in the bank. Never to be seen again. Collecting dust. Poor Drillbur. Another 10 more minutes or so. And then we will check. We do the same route again. So we'll go into Wild Zone 8. We'll go from left to right, cutting across the circle in the middle. So we would make essentially a semicircle. We would then check the back alleyway on the right hand side in the building where the big trash bag dude was. I can't remember Trouble's, is it Trouble? His name. Just big garbage man. And then we're going to check the building on the left hand side where we saw, I want to say Pancham, but it might not be Pancham. Could be not Pampua. Pampua is the water one. And Pansage is the guy. So we alright? It could be no Pancham. I don't know. The red elemental monkey, which is the fire one. That's the game plan. So 10 more minutes, and then we will hopefully see if any of this is paid off. And like I said before, and I'm going to keep saying it, I'll be happy with a couple of them. I'll be happy with one of them, which is not a Drillbur, and then we can go forward to going to spend probably the next 2 to 5 years chasing out the Dratini, because it's only going to be a spawn of 1. I'm not too sure. I'll have to find out the odds of what Dratini will be its shiny form in. But like I say, you can only change the spawn of 1 in comparison in Wild Zone 8. You've got a few different spawns. So yeah, if anyone's not watched yesterday's Absolute Nightmare, I'd recommend going watching it. It'll be on my channel on YouTube on the underneath the live category, but the video will come out itself. That'll be coming out on Saturday, I believe, about 12 PM UK time. So you'll be able to watch that there. And all it is we're doing the same method, but we're not going through the fast travel as quick as what we are. So every time we were traveling into Wild Zone 8, we were going into the actual Wild Zone, going from left to right, checking every Pokemon ourselves. It was a lot bit slower, but it gave us the reassurance we weren't missing anything. I wasn't fully aware of, if you just do this for a set period of time, well, the shiny Pokemons do have a chance of spawning and will not despawn if you are fast traveling away from them. So essentially, you could hit the nail on the head, do this for 30 minutes time, go in, and every single one of them could have a chance of being a shiny. Or if you're like us, every single one of them has a chance not to be a shiny. It's just the aim of the game. So not too long to go now. Let's have a look. Go for another five and a bit more minutes or so. Go maybe a bit more than 5 and a bit more minutes, but we've got this. Krokorok would be great. Numel would be great. Machop would be awesome. Gibble, very cool. Who doesn't want a Garchomp? And I'm sorry, I feel like I should change the title on the stream of the day. Just We Hate Drillbur. It's gonna haunt us forever. That now, everywhere I say I'm gonna see Drillburs. I'm gonna go out in public. Don't know why. Someone's gonna be walking cosplaying as a Drillbur. I'm going to rename my dog. I've got a little Dachshund called Rex. I'm going to rename him to Drillbur. But that's not very nice. I love him. I wouldn't love a Drillbur though. Decisions. Hopefully this method still works and it's not been a hot fix or whatever from the time of streaming yesterday and today's stream. But you never know. If I was to watch someone else do it, they'd probably get a lot more shinies. And I know I'm just rambling and complaining, but I am secretly hoping the game is listening and the reverse psychology helps. I don't want to go to sleep again tonight crying because no shinies want to be part of my party. It's alright if they don't. I'd prefer if they did. It's like we're playing a game of hide and seek, and they are the best hiders in the world, and I am the worst seeker, what can only move at a tortoise's speed to find them. So, yeah, it's not going the best, but we're still here, we're still trying. I wonder how many times we should put a little counter on, shouldn't we? See how many times we actually fast teleport in between. Like in the said 30 minutes window. Well, is it close to going into night time yet? No, it's about half the day, so do you reckon that's probably an hour each way? An hour of day, hour of night, like our time. It would make sense, wouldn't it? Right, so we're on 102 now, and what did I say we'll go to? 111. All the ones, 1-1-1. Okay, so we've still got about 8 minutes to go. So that 5 minutes plus, completely lied, yeah, I'm so sorry. If you want to level up your Pokemon, you got to defeat trainers in battle zones. Or, you don't level up your Pokemons, you don't go to any battle zones, you just go to Wild Zone 8 for the next, as your full-time job, 9 to 5, Wild Zone 8, great. Pokemon that become confused? More like, what will happen when Robin or Bob comes confused? Okay, I didn't know you could get different ranks. I thought they would all be roughly the same rank, trying to work together to go up into the same like promotion match. But no, that was actually a useful bit of information we just received. So this will be potentially the last live stream of the week. We might be able to get one in tomorrow. It just all depends on what my 2-foot teenage toddler would like to do. She completely runs my life. She's the boss. So if she's got something planned or she's out with her mum and we've got a few hours spare, we'll schedule in a live stream and we'll continue to go forth with work shiny hunting. If not, next time most likely will be next Wednesday from 12 o'clock PM UK time. But there will be videos uploaded Saturday, Sunday of this weekend of yesterday's stream and today's stream. Just in case anyone doesn't catch it live and doesn't know that when you go to someone's channel, you can click on the live stream tab to see past live streams. So I'm going to upload them as YouTube videos anyways, just so it's on the main page when you go on. You don't have to have a little fluff around to find it. If anyone else is interested in any of our content, there will be City Skylines 1 Part 2 tonight, 6 PM release. There will be Water Park Simulator episode 11 on Monday, 6 PM release. So there's a couple of our contents being put out, but the main one we're doing currently is the Pokemon. As in, we're not doing Drillbur. Drillbur's just not happening. I'll be chuffed. I will. I'll be buzzing. I'll be ecstatic. I'll be over the moon if it's anything but a Drillbur. You see where I was going there? You thought I was going to say for Drillbur? No. So what we're getting, 105, we've got 6 more minutes of fast travelling to Zone 8. Hopefully the sound effects aren't too loud and too annoying for yourselves. I know you can just turn it down, up and down on the volume, but for me I've got the sound effects max just for any noises I can hear, any of the the sparkly, glittery noise to let us know there's a shiny. So it's annoying for me. So hopefully it's because I've turned it down in the streaming studio. So hopefully it's not too annoying for yourselves. And if it is, just mute us. You'd probably be doing us a favour because you might love Drillbur and really love a Pokemon like Drillbur, and I'm just hurting everyone's feelings, constantly just attacking Drillbur. So I'm sorry. Okay, 4 more minutes. We got this. I keep getting excited over a pin. It's just a different noise we've not heard in a while. Hopefully you guys like the new display as well. Just to give you a little heads up of what we're after. If you just look at the bottom of the overlay. The only one what's not correct is Numel or Nummel. It's meant to have a blue spot on said back, not green. And I suppose Crocorock as well is not correct. But I'm trying, right? Just leave me alone. It looks lovely. Tell me it looks lovely right now. Alright, demanding. Doesn't want a Drillbur, wants to tell you his overlay looks nice. Does he want anything else? Right, well, we're on 107. We're almost on 108. We've got this. Anyone got any predictions on the live stream? I don't know if you're watching this back as a video. You could still put in the comments, and then if we do catch one, you could then go back to the comments and say, I was right, I was wrong. It was a Drillbur, haha. But yeah, has anyone got any predictions on which would be our first shiny we're going to encounter? Is it going to be one of the ones I put on the overlay at Wild Zone 8? Is it going to be one of the lovely trash bags? Is it going to be the 2 birds on the newsagent stand? Or is it going to be the monkey? I'd be keen to see what your guys' thoughts would be. For me, I'm hoping anything minus a Drillbur, as you can imagine. Anything would be great. Right, so that's 108. Got about 2 more minutes to go. And then we shall see if this is paid off for us. I can imagine if we had the Shiny Charm, things could be a lot more different. We could have potentially already got our full team that we would like from Wild Zone 8. I keep pressing the pin noise, great. But yeah, we're not that lucky. And plus, level 50 is a bit of a challenge. We've played a nice amount of the game, and we're only, well, we're exactly halfway through. But I imagine the XP difference between 25 and 50 is completely greater compared to 0 to 25 or 1 to 25, if you may. Right. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go, and then we will have a look and hopefully get our first shiny of the new game of Pokemon Legends here. Or we'll be doing this again for the next 30 minutes. In an ideal world, we'll get there after the minute and a half. You get a Crocorock, a Machop, and say a Gibble or a Numel. Awesome. We've got 3 shinies to go on the team. I know that's definitely asking for a lot. Or even one of said 3 would be great. We could then maybe switch it up and have a look at the Dratini spawn. Do a little bit of that just so it's a little bit different. But I feel like in a realistic world, there's going to be a shiny Drillbur. And I don't know if I've even got... I need to check to see what Pokeballs we've got available. Because I'm assuming as soon as we see it, we save. We fight for our lives within the Wild Zone because everyone's going to want to attack with. We hopefully chuck a quick ball off, get it off. good. If we don't, plan B. And plan B is just to get a big bag, put all of our Pokeballs in of different varieties, and chuck them all at Jilba. Just at once. Right, so let's just hit the 111 now. So the 1-1-1. We'll do this last one. And we will go have a look. It's not looking good. Okay. Well, that's rude. That is absolutely rude. So what about any use of it? Did anyone hear it right? Yeah? So it's not one what we got on the overlay, or the one what we were even after, but at the same time, it's not a Drillbur. Which one is it? Is the one on the right? Is the one on the left? One on the right? No, it's the one on the left? Ah! We need to make room. Right, so that will just pop you guys in. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have caught our first shiny. It was not one I was expecting, but that makes sense. I've got no Pokemon in my party. Yeah, it's a Fletchling. And what's the difference? Instead of white wings, you've got gold wings. So this is the normal one. Yeah. Cool. Got white wings. Nice. Oh, and you get a little bit of shine. That's cool. Okay. I feel a little bit better. So, the method does work. I'm going to check the alleyway. No, these all seem standard. And I believe you are too far away. A Kakuna just looked like a different yellow there. Different yellow, but hey. We've got the first shiny of Pokemon Legends here, which wasn't Marie, which was a handy down. Gifted. Not handy down, gifted to her. Let's check up on this building here. And you just look standard. Okay. Not too bad. Imagine if there was a chance that we could turn someone else's Pokemon. Like her little Inky. Inky, well is Mkay. Okay, not too bad. So within an hour, we got one shiny, which already beats yesterday's hour and a half with none. I guess we continue to go forward, which is, it's all right. I have to see what, because it turns into Talonflame, isn't it? It's the final evolution of Fletch. I have to see what that looks like, because I know it's going to be Fire Flying, which is good coverage. And like I said, we do need a fire type. Flying's alright. But isn't Dragonite a dragon flying? I'm hoping it might be. Then that would mean I have 2 flying types. Wouldn't be ideal. But at the same time, if we get a Gibble, you know, overall I want the Dragonite. That's like my main priority. But if we get a Gibble, he's going to be a Dragon type 2 with Dragonite. But at the same time, I might get the shiny Gibble and not get the shiny Dragonair. I suppose it's something to cross when we're in the position and we have one or the other. What are the chances that the first one we get wasn't the one on any overlay? There's me hating on Drillbar for like the last hour and 15 minutes, but no, it was Fletch. Little Fletchling. Okay, well at least we've got Fletchling out the way now, so hopefully it can be one of the 6 within Wild Zone 8. It could even be said monkey, which is Cham, Sage, Paw. It's one of the Pams, you know, the Pam situation. But it could also be the Trubbish. Is it Trubbish? Trubbish, and then that evolution. That could also be one. So there is a decent amount we could hope to gain. If anyone is enjoying these and wants to see collect more, so say for example we do get what we want from Wild Zone 8, we do get the Dratini, and wants to see more shiny hunting, then I would be happy to help with putting myself through the paces for your own pleasure and enjoyment. And I wouldn't mind Magikarp, because a red Gyarados would be sick, and I wouldn't mind a Ghastly. I don't know what Gengar's shiny variant would look like, but Gengar as a whole is awesome, very sick. I don't know, we're not that far into the game, so we've only got 10 wild zones. I don't know how many wild zones are available going forward, but well, that one, if I go back on the map, this one definitely could be a wild zone. It might be if one of you is already further in the game, but that could definitely be a wild zone. Could that be a wild zone? Could there be just a specifically water wild zone? That could be a wild zone. That could be one. I don't know. We're grasping at straws there. I know there is a method for getting the fossil, getting that as a shiny Pokemon, which would just be, say for example you wanted the jaw fossil, you go to the Imperium, hold that for, I will find out what it's called, the Stone Imperium. Say you buy 10 of the jaw fossils, cost you what, 200k because the 20k pop. Go to the Jeb before you speak to him, drop a save down, speak to Jeb, just go through the analog of there's your fossil, here's your Pokemon, there's your fossil, here's your Pokemon. You then open up your box to then find out if you've got, I think it's a blue dinosaur, isn't it? Tyrant, a blue one compared to a brownish one. Anyways, you'd see that you've got a shiny. Happy days. You then go forth with your game. If you didn't get a shiny, you just close down the game, reboot it from the last save, which would be just before speaking to Jeb, and you go through it. Which that one seems a little bit quicker. Yes, you've got to go through the prologue of speaking to the guy called Jeb to give him the fossil, but you've got 10 opportunities or however many you've got of fossils to go through it, and plus that's just on one Pokemon, so it's essentially, depending on how many fossils you got, it could be 10 to 1, 20 to 1, 30 to 1 chance every time. I know that's not the way to look at it, because it might be 1 in every 1,026, but you can only limit your inventory to 30, or how many's in a box. Here we should have a good percentage of getting a shiny, because you've got the 6 within the wild zone, you've got 2 within in the alleyway, which are the trash men, you've got the 2 birds, so that's what, 6, 7, that's 10, and then you've got the fire Pancham monkey thing on the roof, so you've got 11 opportunities minimum, but at the same time you can get multiple spawns of the ones in Wild Zone 8, so you might get, say, 3 normal spawns, so that would boost your odds up for said Numel. So fancy. Okay. I can imagine this being a lot easier with macros. You just program the said controller to do exactly what I'm doing. Move along a tiny bit, A again, wait 5 to 7 seconds, rinse and repeat, and it would constantly do that for whatever time you would decide to turn it off. My hands would then be free to essentially just sit and wave at you. I wouldn't know what you would do with your hands. But no, we've decided, Pain today, we've decided to do this all on our own. Our poor decrepit fingers will be going through the pace in hopes to pull on a shiny, what will be not a Drillbur. And if anyone comments on any videos on my YouTube saying Drillbur, you will be getting disliked. No, I'll be liking them, and I'll be saying, I'll come up with something nice to say back to you. Okay. I don't know, do people what do shiny hunting just talk to chat and just have a good time or waffle while putting themselves through a lot of pain? Or do they do something else in the meantime? Do they play a different game? Do they watch? They could probably watch TV, couldn't you? Because you'd, depending on if you were listening to the game, you'd understand we've just spawned into Wild Zone 8. A little bit to the left, you could then hear the crosshair going over Wild Zone 8. And then double tap in A. I'm trying to do that without looking at the screen. And it worked. So I think you could get away with it. I think your brain would then build up the muscle memory of every time you hear said noise, even though you were playing the game yourself, it would be like, no, we're doing this, we're respawning. But yeah, any recommendations on any other methods? I believe there was another one in Wild Zone 3 going up and down the door. I think that was one. So I technically only know 3. There might be more, but I know the one we're currently doing, which is fast traveling, which happens at all fast travel points as long as you get the loading screen in between. There is, well, I technically only know 2 then, because you've got the fast travel points. And then you've got the door, which is technically a fast travel point, but you're going from upstairs to downstairs in the building. So maybe that's only 1. I'd like to see if we can get to level 50 and we do get the shiny charm and try this method again if we don't succeed for whatever reason, which is probably very likely, of the average. So the average time in comparison to shiny. So what was that? It took us an hour for one shiny, which overall not too bad. It wasn't either the shinies we were interested in, but I think that's a lot more efficient compared to the older generation games. Maybe not Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet, because you could make sandwiches on them and get wild outbreaks, which would boost your odds of that certain type Pokemon. And then you eat a sandwich of that type Pokemon you're after for the outbreak. And then you've got a good stackable percentage going forth from there. And plus, it's so easy now on, say, the Switches to save a game, close it down, reload it up. It loads up quite quickly in comparison to the old ones where were like cartridges or the cards. They took a little bit of time to even think about loading up. Let's have a look. Getting certain pictures of my daughter at nursery, and either the missus said artist or arsonist. I'm hoping she said artist, because if we've raised a little arsonist, that's not very good. Yep, this is the picture of your daughter stood outside the nursery with the nursery burning down behind her. Oh yes, that's lovely. Thanks for sharing that. I'm assuming it does say artist, so I'm assuming she's drawing something today. And then I've got to lie to her face and say, oh my god, love, that's amazing, wow. But it's some squiggles on a piece of paper. I know it sounds a bit heartless, but then she's going to want it on the fridge. And every time I go to the fridge, which is quite often because I'm a big boy, I'm going to just see this work of art. So I don't know if I would prefer the arsonist. Oh, this shiny hunting's make me brain go wobbly. Maybe after the shiny hunting, we'll play something else. A nice little cozy, non-orangey game. I wouldn't know any actually off the top of my head. We'll play Animal Crossing. Is that orangey? I don't know. I've never even played Animal Crossing, to be fair. So when do we start? It was 1:11, so say 1:15, so it's been about 15 minutes or so now. So another 15 minutes to go, and then we will check again. I'm hoping though, when in the screen of actual seeing Wild Zone 8, I can physically see a shiny. Like that number right there, it had a blue spot on its back. That would be very nice. I'd be straight in there, save the game, normal on my team. Great. I don't know, is it worth going between two wild zones? Because then I get the 50-meter, 50-yard radius of this one, and then I would also get a 50-meter / 50-yard radius of another one. I don't know if that's a thing. Is there a canary plushie what helps? There's not going to be one for shinies. That's just going to be for the shiny charm, isn't it? Is there a type of coffee, do you think? What could boost your odds? I find a shiny. We've already got one within the hour, which is great. Wasn't one on the overlay, unfortunately. But it will still be loved. It will stay in the team for a bit of time. Our team isn't set in stone at the minute. We did choose Toto, so we did choose Totodile, and we do have a Feraligatr. But usually every game I've played, the starter, the final evolution always stays in my team, and my other 5 slots are just different coverage types. But I think this time I don't think even Feraligatr has a guaranteed save. The only one I know for definite which I would love to have in my team, well, there was two, shall I say. One was Lucario. I just think Lucario is well cool. But Dragonite, he's definitely going to be my team. So I'd probably choose Dragonite over Lucario. Just in the anticipation if we get a Machamp into a Machamp and it's shiny, that trumps my Lucario. Don't think it can Mega Evolve, but each of our Pokemon don't have to Mega Evolve. I'd be happy with, say, 3 out of the 6 coverage. So if we got a Numel / Numel, and that can go into Camerupt, we know that can Mega Evolve. So that would be 1. Dragonite would be 2. So technically we just need a 3rd. And for argument's sake, say we get the ones from Wild Zone 8, we move over, get the Dragonite, the Dragonair, just the Dratini, oh my god. We then go to Wild Zone 4 and we work towards the Ghastly, get a Gengar. That could be alright. This is just all wishful thinking right now, you never know, you could be sat watching me for the next 7 days straight and we're still in this position, still going to Wild Zone 8, still chasing anything Borodrilba. Because is Drilba just a 1 type? Is it just a rock type? Or is it a ground type? Or is it a rock and ground? Because essentially they're both the same thing, aren't they? I'll have to check. Okay. That's what we're on, 132. About 20 minutes now, so about 10 more minutes to go. And that will hit about... We've been streaming 1 hour and 32, but we started a little bit late, so we give ourselves a 10-minute buffer. Might have not even been that, but that's what we're going with. So once it hits 140, we will be the 3rd time of trying out to see if we can pull a shiny. But we've already got one from now. If you've missed it and you've just joined in, this is what we got. Shiny Fletchling. Pretty cool. Got gold wings instead of the white wings. I've got no idea about the next 2 evolutions of what the difference is. In all fairness, being truthful with you, Fletchling was not on my list of being caught. I was being probably a bit naive, just thinking Wild Zone 8, everything in Wild Zone 8 has the opportunity, and that's I'm okay with. But as you've been watching, we can go through the alleyway, seeing the trash bags. We can see the 2 birds over the newsagent stand, as well as the monkey on the building. Oh, excuse me. I do apologise. I even got myself a can of Monster, but it doesn't seem to be working. Oh. Has anyone got any flavoured Monster that they prefer? My go-to is the white Ultra, as you've seen. As well as, I don't mind, is it the pink rose? I think it's the pink rose. Ultra rose. Something pink and something rose, or maybe something ultra. It's one of them, but that's alright too. All have to be sugar-free. Don't have to be, but after having sugar-free for a lot of time, and then you go to full-fat sugar, I just feel it on my teeth, and I don't like the feeling. It doesn't feel nice. Don't get us wrong, the taste of the drink is phenomenal. Unbelievable. But the way it makes my mouth feel, my teeth, it's not nice. I don't like it. That might just be me being a bit of a fairy, bit of a pedantic man, but when I was younger, like say a teenager, the early 20s, I probably didn't care too much regarding my teeth. Would still brush them, but wouldn't mind what I put in them for just sweet chocolate, alcohol, sugary drinks. And it's only been the last few years where I've turned into a bit of a weirdo, shall we say. And didn't want that in just because I didn't want it to affect my teeth. Didn't want that. That doesn't seem healthy enough. I think just something about getting older, you start to realise maybe that wasn't the best thing to put in my system, but you live and you learn. I wouldn't change it for the world as made as the person I am today, which is a very unlucky shiny hunting Pokemon. I can't even call myself a master, more of a novice. But yeah, you live and you learn. You make mistakes, you learn from them. Like I say, hopefully the sound effect volume for yourselves isn't too drowning out the lovely vocabulary and sound of my voice. To me, I've only got the one earbud in and one over my right ear. If I was to have both in, I'd probably end up shouting towards your lovely faces. And was that the noise? Was that the noise? Was that the noise? Not you, not you, not you, not you. Not you. Could it be you? Were you over this side at the time? I'm chasing you down just in case you were. No, you'd be... No, you're normal colour. Oh, okay, okay. I definitely heard the noise though. I definitely heard it. I think I did anyways. And it's raining. I don't like it when it rains. There's nothing there. Okay, let's check the alleyway and then we'll check the rooftop. Just gotta get the piece of candy off the floor. No, you've got no sparkles on you. Sorry that I keep just coming in and having a stare at yous. I know that's your alleyway. Maybe I'm just hearing things now because I want to hear them. You two weren't there before. Why have you only just spawned in now? And you look just normal, mate. Am I just hearing things for the sake of hearing things now? I'll double check in here, but... No. 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 Nope. Okay, maybe I am hearing things. Sorry guys, I've just disturbed all yous. I've got everyone's hopes up. And it's bloody raining. I swear I heard it though. I'm gonna have to play that back. Cause unless it's a Pokemon within a 50-meter radius I'm not looking at. So 50 meters would be not far enough to spawn anything over here. Could it be? Could this building be in? No, it's 50. It could in the corner potentially. Okay. Just pop up here. Hi, little man. No, your standard colour, and you weren't over in the corner. There's no Pokemon here. Still within the 50. Hopefully when it goes nighttime it changes the weather. I'm assuming these do cover into the 50, they will, won't they? Yeah. Okay, so it's going daytime now. We're starting to lose our brain hearing sprinkly, sparkly noises. Okay, we can hear the alpha on that side. And 50 this way doesn't cover anything. On top of this building, is that we already checked in where if we could get up, and it wasn't on this side. So maybe it is further along on a connecting building to get across. Say for example this one. This one doesn't have a connecting, and you wouldn't be able to jump that. We've already been in there and seen that we can't get up there. There's no stairs this way. This is where we saw the Kakuna, isn't it? Yeah, so it's not this way. And there's definitely no stairs in there. So maybe you can't get up this one, which is fine. I don't mind that. That helps out a bit. You can still hear the alpha rummaging around. Just with that little balcony up there, just assume we could. Do I get up on this building and we have a little look across? Because then we'll be able to see if there's anything able to be picked up. Say if there's like a Pokeball or anything like that, then we would know. Well, it definitely can get up there. Because you've got something shiny and you've got the rocks. Right, we're gonna just double check. I just don't want to take my pin off. Because it's only going to be this corner piece. Did we check properly within the Trubbish's little house? There's no ladders there. These buildings are too far away to be connected to help you get up. It makes sense for it to be in the middle here. And there's not. I'm just paying him off. Sorry, mate. Nothing on either side. So, whoa, Raji. Ah, I'm so sorry. Ow. I'm not fully. Honestly, I don't know how we would get up there if there was one. But clearly there was no noise, and I'm just making it up. So we'll just continue to go back through the fast travel to Wild Zone 8. I know it's night time. The rain has stopped gratefully. Very grateful for that. But I swear I heard it. Maybe I didn't. Maybe my brain's just tricking us thinking that's what I'm wanting to hear. Hopefully we can continue with a nice steady travelling. Come back in 30 minutes time. Get anything minus a drill bar. And then we can essentially call today a success. So been streaming 1:45, so not far off being close enough to 2 hours doing this. Then we can. Do we do this until 2 o'clock? or 10 past 2, or even 20 past 2, because we've just spent, I don't think we spent 10 minutes there. Did we spend 10 minutes there running around? Probably close enough. But we can do this for a period of time longer. We can either go try to do a bit of the Dragonair, the Dratini, just spice up. We're still shiny hunting, we're just shiny hunting after a different type. Or would you like if we continued with a little bit of the story mode? Let me know. I'm happy to do either. I'm happy to continue chasing after the Dragonair, Dratini. Oh my god, get up with the times, man. So yeah, either Dratini or continue the story mode. Or would you prefer we just stay at Wild Zone 8? Maybe you've become accustomed to seeing the lovely sights of Wild Zone 8. Oh, not good. Overall, though, today has been a success. Though we have got one shiny. Like I say, we'll keep it on with team. It's a shiny. It's the first one of the game. We now have 2 shinies. We have an Amph, which I'll get out and show you if you've not seen one. So, boxes. And this is what they look like. Pretty cool. All pink. Purple little ball on said head and tail. To go along with our first actual caught shiny. I love the sprinkle they give when they're bing, bing, bing. So we're not doing too bad. There's me just having a little glare into Wild Zone 8 in hopes that I could have seen a shiny Numel. No, we're going to make the consecutive decision now. Instead of it called Numel, it's called Numel. Numel. We're in Frenchland. I know we're in France, but we're in Frenchland, and everything needs a bit of a French twist, so it's Numel. So, any recommendations on continue Wild Zone 8? Chase after a Dratini? Continue with the story mode, which would be fighting or going to the event for the promotion battle of battling Canary. Ideally, I would like to have some form of decent shinies on with team. Just, I know it's not going to change the outcome of the battle. Just makes the battle look nicer. It'll probably make me feel better myself. Like, go shiny Dragonair, because we won't have a Dragonite yet. Or go shiny Drillbur. If no one decides, I'll decide for her, and I'm probably going to lead towards doing a little bit of the Dratini hunt. You never know, we might go there. As soon as we get there, it might already be a shiny, which would be amazing. But we're not counting blessings. And say, for example, we do go there and it is a shiny. We could then either come back to Wild Zone 8 in hopes to be a bit more lucky. Or we can continue with the main storyline of battling Canary. Because I'll be able to put some XP candies into the Dratini, get it the Dragonair. I don't know what level Dragonair would evolve into Dragonite. I don't know if it's a level thing, if it's a friendship happiness thing, or if it's a stone. I don't know if it would be a stone. Anyways, we would try our very best. We can even hit up the old Google and see what they say in regards to Dragonite, getting Dragonair into a Dragonite. and then continue with the missions, because Dragonite would just, like I say, that's the main focus we would like on the team. Wouldn't mind Crocodile because it's a dark ground type, isn't it? Or is it dark and ground? One of them, I believe they're both decent coverages. The Numel, I'm hoping when it evolves into Cameroop, that is a fire ground or fire rock. Or again, two decent ground types. We don't want the same type, but that's what I'm saying. Either one of them would be great. Gibble, not too bad. However, the Dragonite over the Garchomp. A Machop into a Machamp. Is that just going to be one type, as in just Machamp's a fighting type? Not the worst, but it's cool, and it would be shiny. I'm assuming, I'm hoping, anyways, it keeps the green limey colour throughout it all. So you've got this big, beefy, four-armed green limey man. That would be cool. That's pretty much the coverage in Drillbur. In all honesty, you can see in his hole. But then see if we were to be successful at Zone 8 and then the Dratini, and we go for the red Magikarp, and we then get the red Gyarados. Is it Dragon Flying or is it Dragon Water? It's one of them. And yet again, we'll have two Dragon types on our team. Because we're guaranteed. Well, I'm trying to guarantee we will have the Dragonite. Shiny Ghastly to turn into a shiny Gengar. It's going to be Ghost Poison, isn't it? So that's alright coverage. So not too bad. I've got a Ralts in is it the second evolution of Ralts, the one before Gardevoir? I think it's a boy or a girl, depending on which one it goes into. I've got both a boy and a girl. So whichever one would go into Gardevoir would be cool, because that is Psychic Fairy. That's also really good typing. I'm just trying my hardest to think of the best team possible to have a decent coverage, and not just have 4 dragon types, a water, and the flying. Nothing wrong with that. If that's what you want, great. But depending on the way you play the game, you might play the game where your starter, depending on which one you chose, is now in its final evolution. It is really good leveled, and you just, regardless of the matchup, you just fight with that one, and that one destroys everything going forward because of the level and the moves it's got unlocked. But I want to get accustomed to, oh, they send out that Pokemon, I know that Pokemon's type is fire, so then I can switch to, for example, Feraligatr because it's water. You know what I mean? Like, try get accustomed to the different typings in having a good coverage on said 6 Pokemon. You never know, by the end of the day we might have 6 new Pokemon. 1 that might be shiny, and 6 of them might be Drillbur. You never know. Drillbur might be able to learn some unique moves. You know, some ground types can learn electrical attacks. Some of them might be able to learn at fire. You never know. They could, like, certain ones can have certain moves. Like Dragonite, I know, for example, can learn pretty much all of the variants of, like, Fire Punch, like Thunder Punch. So that's good coverage overall on that one Pokemon. So yes, he's only got 2 types, as he's Dragon and Flying, what it could be. But it might know Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, you know what I mean? So you could essentially have four coverages with the one, which, as long as he's not super weak to whatever you're fighting, one of the coverages might be beneficial. That's my logic anyways. It might not be good logic, it might not be bad logic, but right. So we got, it's 1:55 on the stream. we did spend a little bit of time, so we'll go just over the 2-hour mark. We'll check out Zone 8, we'll check out the surroundings, and then we will go to the Dratini spawn and see if we can get lucky there. That's the plan anyways. What would be really good if you were to go over, or even in this Wild Zone 8, you found an alpha shiny, you know, bigger, essentially better, 3 perfect IVs already attached to said alpha, and it's a shiny. You just gotta hope it's not 3 bad IVs, which the only ones, it depends on the way you look at the game. It depends on which IVs you always look for. Special attack being boosted, HP, speed, or attack. I'm not too fussed regarding defense, especially in this one anyways, because you can get some moves which have got such a short reduced cooldown. You could quick fire them in comparison to them only getting 1 or 2 hits into you. You get 2 or 3 into them, so I feel like it's a decent trade-off. So special attack's always the one I want to go to, because that seems to be my unless you've got a physical type Pokemon, which would be my Chop, then you want attack over special attack. I might be getting them wrong, but that's the way I think of it. So the 3 perfect IVs for me would be special attack, HP, either attack or speed. I think they'd be alright. I don't mind special defense and defense. That's alright, as long as I can do more damage to my opponent in response to them doing more damage to me. I think I'd be okay. That being said, imagine getting a shiny Krokorok alpha, 3 perfect IVs such as the ones I've said, special attack, HP, attack or speed, going into battle against the Canary, and because our defense is absolutely abysmal, she one-shots my new Pokemon. Wouldn't be the best, but we got this anyways. Oh, come on. Anything minus Drillbur. Namel, Krokorok, even Sandile, that would be cool. Gibble, decent, and Machop would be awesome. Will we get one within Wild Zone 8, or will we be, depending on the way you look at it, lucky or unlucky, will we be another one outside of Wild Zone 8? So could it be one of the Trubbish, the pre-evolution, the main evolution of the Trubbish, the big garbage man? Could it be one of the birds again on the new agent stand, or could it be the monkey? It's a Pansia, because he's hot and he sees things. Pansage, grass. Panpour, water. Pansia. Hey, I think we figured it out by ourselves. Go us. If you're enjoying the stream and you're watching it on YouTube, please drop a like. That would be very kind. Bit of a shameless plug, but just lets me know you're enjoying watching my misery, which is great. If you're watching on Twitch and you are enjoying the stream, a follow would be cool. That's my shameless plug over. Because you can't, it's not like a like button on Twitch in comparison to YouTube. So the only way you'd know that your stream's alright is people are telling you your stream's alright, which is the main thing. Or you're receiving followers and subscriptions, which is alright, I suppose. Then you know when you're doing okay. YouTube, you just, I like that. Oh, I've got 2 likes. 2 people enjoyed that stream. That's good. 2 people like to watch myself get depressed, miserable, and insane. They're my type of people. Right, so 1:59, about to hit the 2-hour mark. We'll do 5 more minutes on top, just because we ran around before thinking we did hear a shine. My little man, which is Rex, my Dachshund, can hear someone outside blinking. So be prepared. He's like a Rottweiler at heart, really. He's only little and only cute and very loud. I suppose could be intimidating. Hi Ronnie, how you doing? Wabi. Wobbuffet. You came just at the right time. In a few minutes' time, we are going to hopefully see the results at constantly spawning at Wild Zone 8 to hopefully get one of the 6 Pokemon on our overlay. And one of the 6, I mean one of the 5, because we do not want Drilbur. Trying to watch at the gym, but the signal is real bad. No worries at all. It was very nice of you to even pop by and drop a message. So I hope you're doing well. And if the signal's not the best, I'll just speak to you once you're finished your gym workout. Right, a couple more minutes of this, and then we will see if there's any final results. I wonder what the chances would be if we were to get another Fletch. Another shiny Fletch. I suppose I'd have to take it because we know that the method does work for catching shiny Pokemon. But at the same time, you'd still like a little bit of variety, wouldn't you? Right, we'll do this a few more times and then we will see if the final outcome has paid off. I believe this will now be close enough to the 4th time. We have reset it every 30 minutes at Wild Zone 8 to hopefully spawn in a shiny Pokemon. We have got one within the time frame so far, which is the shiny Fletchling in our current party. So we do know it works. We're just hoping for one of the Wild Zone 8 ones, which is not Drilbur. Right, 2 more and that should cover it, and then we will go and hopefully have a look if we can grab ourselves a shiny. Oh, we'll do one more. We'll do one more. We'll put the pin back down just to help gauge, but I think we've got a good understanding of where we can go. Right, so there we go. Unfortunately, the Numel does not have a blue spot straight on its back. Oh, an Alpha Numel, that could have been it. Machop looks the same. You look the same. Best start running. No, we've got Blue Belly. And got 2 more potential slots. You've got Blue Belly. And I'm gonna pass out. Oh my god, guys. Guys. Oh my god. Look at you go. I suppose we check the birds, see if the birds are... I don't know if I'm happy or sad that neither one of them was a shiny. We're just grabbing this shiny off the floor. Sorry mate, I know I just every now and then I come just check on you. So it's gonna have to be him in the corner because that would only hit the 50-meter mark or 50-yard mark. The only last place we can check is the building here. And I'm assuming it doesn't matter what type of day it is, if it's day or night, you should still get the same result. Poison jab. Oh, no cigar this time, unfortunately. And we'll be able to see if you were shiny from here, I'm assuming anyways. Because you've got the white wings, and I'm assuming Pampor would be maybe a different colour. Okay. So not the best. It definitely could have been better. We definitely could have got one of the ones we wanted from our overlay. I don't even know why I've attached drill bar onto the overlay. I just feel like I spoke about them that much. You need to be there. I'm running around the outside. I don't know why. And we're going to go in from this side. Imagine if one of the Pidgeys... No, they've just all flew away, of course. No. Yeah, definitely been... I want to say unlucky. But now, instead of continuing with Wild Zone 8, we'll spice it up a little bit. And we will... I believe it's 10. Blue Sector 9. There's a Blue Sector 8 on top of the building. We'll find out. We're going to fast travel there. We're going to wait for it to go daytime. And find out. So if you need a toilet break, you need to get yourself a drink of water. Here's your time. We'll take it however long it takes for it to turn to daytime. And I've got to find out that it's shinies are daytime only. Maybe, I don't know. Hopefully not, because then we've just wasted essentially 2 full days on the nighttime doing the method, and yeah, not good. Okay, so now it is when daytime. Do I just once? I'm adamant it's going to happen. Just quick spawn here. If I don't see anything, we'll go straight back to going for the Dratini. Imagine though. Imagine, come on. I'm feeling lucky. Not you, mate. Not you either. None of yous. Nope. What about yourself? Nope. Okay, fair enough. And I'm assuming I would be able to hear the shine if I was to go underneath here. No, and if we go over here, go in the corner. Okay, fair enough. So we want to go to here, I believe. And we want to go up one of the ladders, which will we'll go across the roof. So we'll grab these shinies. Cannot. I wish we could grab shinies. No, we'll grab this Pokeball. And there he goes. That is Rexo. It's up here, isn't it? We scale it. We do some parkour. I didn't mean to even land on that, but we'll take it. Got 1 zinc. Nice. And now we will spend the remaining part of the stream, so essentially the next hour or so. Just grab that. It's nice that when you run into a Pokemon, you don't have to go through the animation of the battle presenting itself. Okay. Is it that ladder? I think it is, isn't it? It's that one. Yeah. I remember finding the Dratini on day 1 or 2, but not knowing how to get back over, like getting back here. So hopefully it's on that one over there, and it's an alpha. So do we just go over here, back over? Aha, okay. So this is where we're going to set ourselves for the next hour or so. If anyone needs any help getting to this location, just let me know and I'll try my very best to walk you through what I've just done. Or you could always just play it back and copy my movements. We'll grab this shiny just for the sake of grabbing it. Oh look, piece of candy. And there's one down there too. Well, we'll check it out. I am probably going to freak if we do get a pink one. Oh, there's one there too. No. I believe... No, you're going to still be the same. Still the same. Dragonite, so, is essentially the main one we would like to be shiny. An alpha would be cool. An alpha Dratini shiny would be awesome. But I don't know what the probability of that would be. Whoever lives underneath this rooftop is going to hate us constantly running across the bridge over that house then back over, but it's going to be worth it in the end, hopefully. Okay, an alpha's good. I think we've already got an alpha. Yes, so we've already got an alpha Dragonair, which is cool. It's got boosted special attack, which is one I like, but its main attack's a bit low. But it's alright. It's got really good speed, decent enough defense, in HP is alright. You can get a Dragonair. Let me just get my Dragonair out, just in case, so I can memorize what my Dragonair looks like, in case the Dragonair, the spawn one's different. That looked very similar, didn't it? Yes. Oh, you good? So this is the method now, constantly running over, hopefully to see a pink little snaky thing over there. We'll run over, scream of excitement, save the game, hopefully capture it in a quick ball. If not, and it wants to fight, I suppose we'll cross that when it comes to it. So this one is a little bit quicker. You don't have to do no loading screens, but you're only rolling the chance on the one Pokemon. Saying that, we might be rolling the chance on the Scraggy as well. There's a Bidoof over there, so we could... I don't know. I don't think we're far enough to be able to roll the chance on the Bidoof. I don't even think we're far enough to roll the chance on the Scraggy, in all fairness, because it's still here and it's still being alerted to her presence every single time. Where I believe the Dragonair or Dratini is just far enough for the respawn to happen. Oh, imagine going down to the ground. No. What I might do as well later this evening, I might just play this game on the handheld, just so like on the Switch itself and not connected to the dock for your faces to watch. And just spawn at Wild Zone 8 while me and the missus are watching some TV or something. In the hopes of capturing a shiny. If I do, I can record it. It's not going to be the best quality because I'd have to use, say, my phone. But I don't know, it's a possibility. Just because I play the game for a few hours every day, say, well, not every day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then I get like an inkling to play on the weekend or say Monday, and I can't because I don't have the time available. Minus when the little one goes to sleep, you get a few hours before you should go to sleep. So that's always a possibility. like I say, I feel sorry for whoever lives underneath these houses. Bum 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 bum. What do? What you doing? At least we know with the Dratini, the shiny version, it's pink. So I know some Pokemon don't have much of a change. Was it the the mouse deads or whatever they were called on Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet, where their shiny was literally the exact same and you couldn't tell them a difference. Well, at least we know this one, it goes from blue to pink. All we've seen is Dratini so far. Was it changing? It's still a Dratini. I know, like, Dratini's the main spawn, but I was hoping to see a little bit more variant. So, say for example, like an Alpha, like we saw the Dragonair. Hopefully we're resetting it every time coming over this way. Do we try something different? We drop down, go around this bush? There's not much further we can go. Okay, that seemed to work. And then we go, just to go around with no method to see if that changes it from the Alpha. It does. So we might have just been getting a little bit unlucky, just getting the same Dratini over and over again. Like so. And apologies, the content is not exciting. Unless you are all about shiny hunting and you don't mind this and I've provided a decent enough commentary, then I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. If not, and you don't mind what I'm playing, but you enjoy my commentary, that's awesome. And you don't like my commentary and you just want to see gameplay, that's also okay, I think. Please don't mind my commentary. I try to be kind, respectful. I try not to swear. I try to make a joke every now and then, which is not me or Drillbur. Even though Drillbur has been the main focus of today's stream. But I'm trying. You're going to end up getting dizzy going around in them circles. I would like to know what the odds are. It's going to be like 1 in 1,000, so RNG was on your side. You could have 1,000 attempts at this and get only one. Or you could be very lucky and do this first time, say it, first 100, say it. Or, I don't want to do any foreshadowing, but knowing our luck, as in ours, as in my luck, we could be here until my 32nd birthday, which is in 2 years' time, by the way. Hopefully we can get this sorted before the release of the DLC. I'll be intrigued to know what the DLC could be, because on Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet, it was essentially a new island you could go to, because that was essentially an open world. You go between the gyms, go to new places, and it was like the dojo. It was like the mythical mountain, whatever, the snow biome one. And I think one of them was the Alohan DLC, where you could go to the different school. Where this one, do you think will be allowed outside of Lumiose? Will it be an underground place for Lumiose? I wonder. Right, we're getting the same one. We're gonna spice it up a bit. Same one again. I don't like this one because this one has more of an opportunity of me falling off. Compared this one, if I fall off that way, I'm safe. No, I see, it's probably about the same, isn't it? No, it's probably safer that. Is this way longer? And then run around there? Oh, there was an alpha. I like it when it changes to an alpha. Because it makes me think like we're actually doing something correct. It's still an alpha. 2 alpha rules back to back? Surely not, no? Unless we just spice it up each time. Okay. Oh, that was close. Okay. That back-to-back alphas. That one didn't look like it even respawned. Imagine doing all this, seeing that you've got a pink Dratini waiting for you, and I fall off the building. Oh, it would be time to cry. Okay, it is switching, so it's went from the normal variant to an alpha. And this is alright too. Essentially, all I'm doing is playing with both the analog sticks. Excuse me. No pressings of A, no having to wait. I hope your Dratini still spawns here on the night time. Because if not, we're going to have to find a park bench to change it back to daytime. Oh! Getting too comfortable. Surely it's wishful thinking you're going to get one within the first 100 tries, isn't it? It's like we're making a bit of a tune every time we're across here. Do, 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 do. Alpha Shiny would be the absolute jackpot. Perfect. 3 IVs. Shiny be absolutely perfect. Second would be just a shiny as it is. And thirdly, there shouldn't be one because we're here to catch a shiny. Night is falling over the city. That is absolutely fine. We will get this last one in. Oh, that would have been a problem, wouldn't it? If it changed, if it was a shiny, by the time we got over there, it went to daytime. And it had a chance to respawn. Rexo, it's alright. Hopefully the Dratini still spawns there. It does. We're not saw a Dragonair in a while. So while Zone 8 had better probability of getting a shiny overall due to the fact of there was more Pokemon what had the chance of respawning into one, this one is just a single respawn, a single number. So if the odds are 1 in 1,000, you've got a good chance that you probably either get close to the 1,000 or over the 1,000 for the chance. Could get lucky. least we know how to get back up here fairly quickly. If we fall down the back way, we just go the same method up. If we fall over this way, there's a pair of ladders there. We just gotta hope that if we do fall, we've not spawned in the shiny variant. Just in the hopes we don't then respawn in a standard one. Is the sound alright? Is it? Oh, it's a Dragonair. Oh, okay. First time I saw that in a while. Is the sound effect alright of the footsteps and crossing the bridge? Is it like tolerable, or do I need to lower the volume? For me, it is on high. I'm gonna just hear footsteps for the rest of the day. Alpha, nice. I like to see the different varieties. When I keep seeing just a Dratini by itself, I feel like we're not doing anything, it's not working. Another alpha. I've chose the bridge method over run around the bush, for the simple fact it's just one clean motion and I don't have to wait for it to essentially jump up on the ledge. We do have a quick ball available in hopes that when it does happen, we can get it straight away. If not, we can battle it, try to put a paralysis on it, such as paralyzed. The icy one, was it? I thought there was something else there. We don't want burning or toxic, because if we get to... I know once you knock out the Pokemon, you get a final opportunity to catch it. Carmen Wu, thank you very much for the follow. So yeah, it's ideally paralyze or the frozen one would be the best opportunities. Maybe Hypnos, putting it to sleep, that could increase the effectiveness of capturing it if we weren't lucky with the quick ball. If you've just joined the stream, we have spent the last 2 hours and a bit trying to capture some shiny Pokemon. We spent the majority of our time at Wild Zone 8 in hopes of capturing some of the overlay you can see, minus the only one we weren't too keen of was Drillbur, which is not fair on Drillbur. He's probably a lovely gentleman or lovely madam. We just not fancying him on our team for this playthrough. We spent a bit of time there. We were a little bit, I'm going to say a little bit unlucky. I'm not too sure what the going rate would have been. But we did get a shiny as a consolation prize. And so this is a standard Fletchling. The difference is it's got white wings. And the shiny variant spawns out a little sparkle. And it's got gold wings, which is pretty cool. We already had the shiny Mareep, which has evolved into Ampharos. But we got that from the side mission, so it's pretty much a given shiny. So technically like introducing shiny Pokemon to you, which is, I thought, very cool. But we are after essentially any of the overlay. Ideally ones on the overlay would be Machop, Numel, which is Numel, and Dratini. The ones we don't mind having be Krokorok and Gibble. And the one we would be grateful that we received a shiny, but would not be used in our party as the main party of 6, would be Drillbur. I'd probably use them, because I don't know if it'd be a girl or a boy, to get to the evolution. Is it Extraville or Extra Drill? It's something along the lines of that, I believe. We wouldn't mind that for the Pokédex research, complete the little task thing for it. But yeah, that's the going plan so far. Alpha, I'd like to see it. I just would like to say as well, thank you very much for even watching this during the day. I know it's not the most invigorating content you could be watching in regards to Pokemon, but I'm very glad you've chose to waste your time watching my time, so thank you very much. That's very kind of yours. And potentially there might be a stream tomorrow midday. It all depends on what we've got planned with our little one. But if there's no stream tomorrow, there will be videos put out Saturday and Sunday of the previous Pokemon live streams, just in case you've missed them and you prefer just to watch the video, even though you can go onto the live stream part onto my YouTube channel and watch it from there. So the next live stream would be Wednesday from 12 PM, Thursday from 12 PM, and then also Friday from 12 PM. It's no daybreak, no worries at all. So that's the upcoming schedule. If there's anything other than Pokemon you're interested in watching from myself, tonight at 6 PM UK time, there will be City Skylines Part 2 put out. There's already Part 1 out if you want to go catch up with what we're trying to do on that. There's also Water Park Simulator. Episode 11 will be out on Monday. That's a fun one. I've really enjoyed playing that one so far. And we've also got TCG Card Shop Simulator on the channel as well, which we've already done a little bit of that as well. I believe there's 26 episodes of that. We go from a very small... Oh god, got a little bit distracted there. I thought it was a bit pink. Very small card shop into a very well profitable card shop, thanks to some mods we've put on. So there's some ones we've got on the channel. You might just be here for Pokemon. If you are, that's great. No worries at all. But if you want to see a little bit more of my content, just hop onto my YouTube and there's some playlists going there. There's also, on the YouTube as well, there is Rap House Simulator, where me and a couple of my IRL friends tried to become kebab kingpins. It's essentially 6 episodes of me getting bullied by my 2 friends. The first 2 episodes are probably a little bit meme heavy. I was just trying out editing and thought, oh, that captures this moment better. And from there, so episode 3, 4, 5 and 6, instead of being meme heavy, I've went with an inner monologue. So I went with my true thoughts of what was happening in that situation as a little text overlay on screen, if that was something you're interested in. So yeah, that's enough of my shameless plug. Okay, Dragonair, let's get back to running around on rooftops like we're a vigilante. We're Batman. We need to... I'm gonna probably as well for Twitch is maybe create a new emote, maybe a Pokemon themed one in regards to a shiny Dragonite. That could be cool, because if we don't get it until we've got the emote and we do get it, we can then celebrate by spamming the emote. That could be cool. For YouTube, I'm not too sure regarding emotes, but a simple like and a comment would be just more than sufficient. I don't know about yourselves. I used to, for a long time, when I used to watch a video, I didn't interact with it, I didn't comment, I didn't like, I just used to watch it. I thought that was enough. I've watched the video. But I understand why they always ask and do this, like this shameless self-plug of make sure to like, subscribe, drop a comment, because it generally does let them know they're doing well. For the simple fact, you do one video and it says it gets, from my experience, it gets 100 views, and you're like, wow. So you do a same type of the same style video and it only gets 25 views, and you're a bit puzzled of why there's a bit of a difference. You know what I mean? So it does help out massively. So since I've said that, I've started to do, like, say the last year or so, if I've enjoyed a video, I like it. Not necessarily always leave a comment. I'm not one of them people who want a backseat game, or you could have done this, or you should have done this, or did you know? I enjoyed the content. There's a like. if I've seen multiple ones of your videos and I've enjoyed multiple ones, there's a subscription for me. It costs nothing and it shows you a little bit like you're doing something correct. I'm going to end up getting dizzy when I do that little U-turn. I'm intrigued though to see other people who have done the same method what we're doing now, to see how long they had to do it for. I think I'm being a bit naive if I'm thinking we're going to get something great on the first stream. We did get Fletch, which is good. I like seeing the Dragonair. Makes us feel like we're doing something correct, even though there's no difference between it spawning as a Dragonair shiny or a Dragonair Dratini shiny. How long have we been doing this for now? Probably close to about half an hour, I believe, maybe. And how many seconds do you reckon it's taking? So we'll start from once we see it, we'll go back. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. About 9 to 10 seconds per time. So what's that? 6 a minute. What's that? 60 an hour? And if it's over 1,000, you're looking at a potential 6 to 10 hour grind. Wow. For one shiny Pokemon. Don't get us wrong, that one shiny Pokemon has the opportunity to be a shiny Dragonite. And in this game mode, we can have a Mega Evolve shiny Dragonite. It's a fairly decent grind if you ask me. Oh. I used to play a game called RuneScape a lot. I don't know if anyone's heard of it. There's an older version out of it. It came out a few years ago called Old School RuneScape. And that game is RNG based as well. So you would get your certain gear on. You'd go fight a certain type of monster. And the monster could have a certain, either a valuable drop or a drop you wanted for your account. And that could be a 1 in, say, 500, 1 in 700 chance of dropping. The boss fight itself could take 3-4 minutes, so you can imagine the grind of having to re-gear up with all your pots, all your health potions, and then continue to fight the boss over and over again in the hopes that you would get that one item that you were after. I suppose that's just the aim of the game of RNG games, isn't it, though? It's just luck based. Sometimes you can go there and you can get it within the first 10 to an hour playing. Sometimes you can go there and go over the drop rate, so you've spent twice as long as the average person would for the same drop. It's just, as the name is in the title, RNG. Do we spice it up and start going down the hedge? I don't know if it respawned there because I could unless we go this way. But then it stops my running animation, and then you know what, we're gonna No! No, I fluffed it, I'm so sorry. We can get there quickly though. And I'm quite glad it was not a shiny, because we probably would have unshinied the shiny. But we know the method now, and if anyone's wondering how to get here, we'll open the map. So it's from Wild Zone 10, or you come from Cafe Solal. Right here on the mini-map where the little triangle is, you climb up the scaffolding, the little obstacle course, what we're doing currently. You get to the top. From here it's quite simple. Up this rooftop. you drop down onto the windows, up onto this nicely designed pathway for us, past the Scraggy, up to the rooftop, and this is the infamous bridge we continuously cross over. And then it's just rinse and repeat and running over the bridge in a nice little circle, letting it respawn, and then back over. Okay. For the next stream, I'll try to do a little bit of research and try to find out what the probability of spawning the shiny Dratini or Dragonair would be. I'm assuming the Dragonair is a little bit more harder to spawn compared to how many times we see Dratini in response to the Dragonair, as well as what the probability would be for just spawning an Alpha Dragon Teeny or a Dragonair, as well as spawning Alpha Shiny Dratini or a Dragonair. But we're not far away from ending the stream, maybe in about 20 minutes or so. I would love to go longer for your faces, but there's only a certain amount of limit my unfortunate hands can deal with before I start getting really bad pins and needles in the fingertips. So there's only a limited amount of game we can do. That's why unfortunately we can only do, as well as Wednesday, Thursday and Friday is the only time we can game due to the fact our little one's at nursery. But at the same time, it helps out as well being able to just do Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays, smallish streams, but we don't game throughout the rest of the week due to the fact of if we were to game, there could be the opportunity where I wake up Wednesday and my fingers are just not feasible to play any games with, and then that would ruin the whole experience for, well, Rob streams on a Wednesday and a Thursday and Friday, but he's not streaming Wednesday. I wonder why. There's probably a good reason that his fingers are they're getting old. Suffer from musculoskeletal disease where it cripples me hands sometimes, and sometimes my ankles, unfortunately. So it's a really bad combination, especially if both of them are playing up on the same day. Oh, it's a nightmare. It's always mostly my hands though. It's always pins and needles and the fingertips, and the grip strength is atrocious. A baby would be able to hold on to something better than what I could if I was having a flare up. And I know I chose a really good profession of playing games and either constantly on the mouse and keyboard or holding said controller. But it's only a few days a week and it's for a certain amount of hours. I try to record any series I'm doing alongside Pokemon Wednesday morning, so before 12 o'clock, before the stream starts. I get that done. Thursday, I then try to edit before the stream starts. And then Friday, as in today, if I'm able to, I would have done both recording and edited, so they're ready to go live whenever. I do a little bit of thumbnail editing, as well as just preparing for our lovely Friday stream. That pretty much sums up my work hours. What classes? I suppose it is classes work, but it's a fun work. It's something I enjoy. One thing I wouldn't enjoy would be living under this bloody apartment here and constantly going up and down the bridge, or should I say across the bridge. Oh, well, that's a bit of a smaller circle. I don't know if that's going to work. Oh, I don't know. Might have worked. We'll just continue with the big scenic route circle. So there's a dragon there. That's a big circle again. An alpha. It's always nice to see. I don't know which method's more enjoyable for your faces. I don't know if the Zone 8 one, having a multiple chance at different varieties of Pokemon, or hunting one specific Pokemon such as with a Dratini or Dragonair potentially. I don't know which one is the best one. If you're watching this as a video after the live stream, and I'd be very intrigued to know your thoughts. Even a simple like on the YouTube live stream of said video after it's been finished would be very nice to get. It just knows that you guys are enjoying watching my time, which is running around on bridges or constantly spawning at one wild place at a time. There will be more content, hopefully, once we can tick off some of these shiny Pokemon on the list. And then we can, like I say, we can continue with a few side missions we've got scattered around, as well as the main campaign, which is next is to fight Canary. To battle Canary. We don't want to fight Canary. That wouldn't be very fair. Oh no, so anyways, Canary would definitely win that fight. So we've got roughly about another 10 to 13 minutes of run around. And then that will be it for the Pokemon stream today. But like I say, there's some more content, not Pokemon related unfortunately, this evening getting uploaded on my channel 6 PM. Tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, 12 PM there will be Pokemon content related, but you might have been here already watching the live streams. So that might not be feasible for yourself, but anyone who has missed the live streams, like missed yesterday's or the day before's, or essentially even missed today's, that'll be able to watch as a video on the channel. And then either we might be available tomorrow to do day 3 of Pokemon hunting of shinies. It all depends on the little one. If not, guaranteed it'll be next Wednesday from 12 PM UK time, both on Twitch and YouTube. And I don't know if we spice it up and start with the Dratini Dragonair for the first hour, 2 hours, and then move over to Wild Zone 8, or do we continue with Wild Zone 8 and come over here? I'm happy to go either way. Either way sounds good. Okay, it's getting close to night time, so there's that 2-day cycles we've now run through here. What do you do at the end of the stream? Do we go back to Wild Zone 8? In hopes that one respawn there pulls were shiny? Do we go to Wild Zone 8 anyways, just in case I get a bit of free time later on this evening, afternoon / this evening, in hopes I can just do some respawns at Wild Zone 8? Do we just leave here and anticipate that we can stream tomorrow and continue going from the Dratini? I guess we'll see. We'll have to see what we're feeling like in the next 10 odd minutes. Cause there's gonna be a pink Dratini now. There's probably another Pokemon spawn, maybe on the ground within the 50 meters we are. No, because that's not a loading screen, is it? Unless this counts as a loading screen, constantly going over the bridge, pulling away from the area, reloading said area to then increase the different chances of spawning. Because it's always nice, like that's why Wild Zone 8 was perfect for us, because there was pretty much 5 out of the 6 Pokemon within the Wild Zone we were happy to receive as a shiny. Where Wild Zone 2, I believe, only has the Magikarp, so that one would be roughly around the same odds as the Dratini / Dragonair. we can progress on the campaign as well, and hopefully unlock more wild zones, which might house certain types that we're interested in. I know Wild Zone 4 has a Ghastly, which would be cool to have as a shiny. Wild Zone 10, I believe, has a Kadabra, which would be very cool as well to have as a shiny. So certain ones do have some, well, at least one Pokemon we would be interested in having. But Wild Zone 8 is the superior one for us. You never know. If you're doing this for your own playthrough, well, it might be a different Wild Zone you're looking at and go, wow, that's got some decent Pokemon I'm interested in. So let's say, for example, start with Wild Zone 5, 6, 4, 1. But that stayed a Dratini for a long time. It's not went to an Alpha or a Dragonair. And there's the Alpha. Okay, so it's not turned into a shiny Dratini or Dragonair. Nope. Okay. Okay, not too long left of the stream. I'm not going to be naive and even say that we're in hopes of pulling it on the last bit. This is technically the second day we've been shiny hunting. The first day, which was yesterday on stream, we weren't doing the most efficient possible method what we could. We were doing the Zone 8 respawn, but every time we're doing the Zone 8 respawn, we were going into Zone 8 itself and physically checking on every single Pokemon. I wasn't aware at the time that you could essentially just spam it for a certain period of time and then knowing that the shinies wouldn't despawn. So yes, there was a learning curve. Today's more of a learning curve as well. That's I suppose that's all we're doing, is we're playing the game, we'll learn by our mistakes. Hopefully yous can learn from my mistakes as well. Okay, so that's twice now we saw a Dragonair in the last 3 of them. Bum 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 bum. An Alpha Dratini, nice to see. Nope. Lost momentum. Our character has got some really good stamina to continue to keep this up though. If it was me in the game instead of my character for whatever weird reason, this would be me and out of breath. Yes, wouldn't be the fittest Pokemon novice. I can't even call myself a trainer, because we're not training no Pokemon. At this point, the shiny Pokemon are training us. They are wanting us to complete a certain amount of laps, or for Wild Zone 8's sake, let's complete a certain amount of respawns before they even show us, show themselves to us, shall we say. Okay, 5 minutes or so. We'll call it there. I know, Badoo, mate, you're really concerned why this stranger is running around on your rooftop. Just, I want you to know I'm not after you in the most platonic way possible. That sounds really creepy. I'm after, I don't know if you're friends with the Dratini or the Dragonair across the rooftops. I don't know if you speak to each other, but I'm after them. And the reason why I said them is because I don't mind if it's a boy or a girl. As long as it ticks the boxes that it's a shiny or an alpha shiny. I'll do a little shameless plug. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can subscribe for free and put the bell notification on, so you would then get the notification when I next go live, or when I next upload a video that you could be potentially interested in, which would be for the next live either tomorrow, which would be Saturday 12 PM, or guaranteed 100% Wednesday of next week 12 PM. On Twitch, a follow as well, notifications on, you can also see that as well. Both of them are free to do so, it helps out me massively. And that's the end of self-plug. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Okay. A few more minutes and then we're going to unfortunately have to call it there before I have to get this Switch controller surgically removed from my fingers, because my fingers will not let go of it. We'll go until the new day hits. How about that? So it might be a little bit longer than a few minutes. I'm assuming it will be, or it might be a little bit less. Okay, I think as well we'll end the stream at Wild Zone 8. It's where we started. It's where we end. And then if we end up streaming tomorrow, off not Wednesday, we'll continue, say for example, a bit of Wild Zone 8. You never know, I might be able to have some free time tonight after the little ones went to sleep and my fingers aren't as painful. So then I could continue doing a little bit off screen. If anything was to happen, I do capture it, then I would try my best to take a recording and then be able to show your lovely faces the next time we see each other. But that is it, going to be. So it was a little bit shorter than the 3-minute mark, which is fine. Oh, wow. At least the left hand came off the controller alright, the right one's... that's claimed it. Right, and we will finish off Wild Zone 8. Don't worry, we'll do the little route of checking through Wild Zone 8 through the Wild Zone, the alleyway, and on the roof. No, you're blue. You're not greeny sick colour. What about you in the hole? No. All yous are fine. Namel, I'd love you to have a blue spot on your back, mate, but it's alright, don't worry about it. You're blue. And you're blue. So, unfortunately, nothing from the Wild Zone. We will go check the alleyway. I don't know if I'd be happy or I'd be very upset if another fletchling ended up being my second shiny. No, sorry to disturb you, mate. I am off. No, no, I'm not here. I'll grab this shiny on the floor. Because we can't cap shinies Pokemon. Take an insult game. Hopefully reverse psychology works. And then last but not least will be on this roof for the Pansia. And unfortunately no cigar this time. Which is alright. It's not too bad. It could have been worse. It could have been better. It definitely could have been better. But Howie, I just like to thank you very much for watching. Like you see, you've wasted your time watching my time, which hopefully you don't mind. Always gotta save it twice just to be safe. And I'm going to end the stream there. So thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed it on YouTube, please remember to like, subscribe, and if you want, you can drop a comment. You don't have to. And if you're watching on Twitch and you have enjoyed the stream, just drop a follow. That's it. That's all I ask for. So I'll either catch you guys tomorrow at 12 PM. If not tomorrow, it will 110 billion% be next Wednesday at 12 PM. So until then, I will catch you later.